Hi fire signs, welcome to the Witches in 13. I'm Peggy. This is your weekly reading for August 2nd. Alright, let's see what's going on. Okay, what room are you in? Okay, so this is talking about your mental space, your mental energy, and what are you engaging in and allowing. Okay, so you don't have to engage with every thought. If you have triggers and things coming up, that is for you to reflect and work upon. These are triggers for release, unpacking, unloading. Okay, they're not here to bombard you with fear and set you back. Okay, so these are opportunities to release and heal, to move forward, because moving forward, yes, you are going to be flagged and triggered if there is direct assault or harm or some negativity. But if we walk around with all this luggage, constantly looking for these triggers and fears and going through our luggage every single time, that is a lot of unnecessary energy. That is a lot of unnecessary self-sabotage and harm. Okay, so have some trust and faith in yourself that you are going to be able to move forward and make the appropriate choices and see what's going on clearly. Because there's no point in throwing your suitcases at every situation that comes up. So be aware that these triggers are opportunities to unpack these suitcases, soften the load, the weight off your shoulders, and trust your intuition and wisdom and knowledge, because moving forward, of course, that's always going to be there, but it doesn't have to be this heavy, this chaos, this crazy that is preoccupying your sacred time, which is your everyday life, all day life. Okay, so this doesn't have to be an everyday, all day thing. You are not your thoughts. There is a divine purpose for this, and especially right now with these amazing shifts and healing and whatnot going on, this is an opportunity. Okay, so be mindful of how much time you are allowing your thoughts and fears bombard you. Okay, so be like, I hear you, I see you, and breathe it out. Breathe it out. Just witness it, breathe it out, is my technique. There's lots of meditations, there's lots of healing techniques. I always resort to breath because it is very powerful and simple. Okay, so catch it with your inhale and exhale it out, right? Inhale the good shit, exhale the bullshit, right? And as you practice and get good at that, it could be body pain, it can be injury, it could be a thought, right? So it's a very powerful technique. Next question, right? Next question. So ask yourself better questions, right? Ask yourself to ask yourself better questions, right? That's the magic, is setting yourself up to shift perspective, right? Just be like, you can want something, but you have to ask yourself, right? Just like you have to ask your angels. They're always witnessing and observing and willing to assist you, but they're not going to bombard you and because they're not feeding off your story, right? They're here to assist, right? And they want your permission. And your higher self and self is kind of the same, right? So once it comes into your awareness that you need to start asking better questions, really have that deep conversation and shift within yourself. Be like, okay, I see this is going on. What is it that I need to do? What is it I need to address? And allow that intuition and connection with spirit to show you. Okay, it's not going to be instant, but you're going to have ahas, you're going to have shift in perception, you're going to have shifts that are just going to help you unpack and unload. Let's go pick up a card. shift of perception, right? Put on your tinfoil hat. So this is talking exactly what I just said, is allowing a new perspective, a new outlook. Allow yourself to go out there and, of course, ground and bring it into reality and integrate as you shift, right? You have to think outside of the box in order to get out of the box. But once you're out of the box, there's so much more you need to surf and explore, right? So it's this constant shift of learning and unlearning. Ask me again later is confirmation that over a period of time, you're going to feel completely different about this present situation, right? So that means more information, you learn something new, something happened, something healed, something shifted, right? And so over a period of time, something has completely unpacked, unloaded, shifted, that you are freed and look back and reflect in a light of, wow, I feel completely different about this, right? So it's not worth it to invest in the worry and the heavy all the time, right? So rather than look for that flag and everything present, look at that flag and trigger as an opportunity to unload that heavy story. Our bodies are designed to have triggers and flags for protection, so that's never going to go away. So let's just make it easier for ourselves. Let's not make it a huge filing cabinet of crap every time we have a flag or something to be cautious about, right? And we don't want to put all that projection onto our relationships and potentials, whatever's going on. Okay? Love that. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, so within doing that work in shifting, people are only going to understand from the level of perception that they are at. They can only meet you as deep as they are, right? So, be true to yourself, be true to your voice, share whatever. Sometimes it's good to just witness, observe, and plant seeds for other people to get into their independent thinking and whatnot, but that's not your responsibility to battle out. It's not your responsibility to explain yourself so that they have understanding about you. That's not the case, right? You just be empowered with what you know and feel, what your soul and wisdom and spirit is active and present within yourself. Quite often people fear what they don't understand, right? So they're just going to keep coming at you, and usually that's through ways of fighting, because poking those triggers and poking is because they want deeper understanding, but they're not willing to do the work within themselves, and that's not your job. Okay, so again, true to yourself. You don't have to fight and help other people in this way, but you can plant seeds and be like, hey, this is my belief, this is what works for me, this is what I'm learning, this is what I'm experiencing, but don't allow outside influences to squash you, harm you, or limit you, okay? I don't like saying shut down, shut off, keep it to yourself, but there are times to be reserved and mindful of the energy and what's happening, okay? And son of a bitch, all right? So as we shift and grow, quite often we outgrow our own habits and our likes and what's the word I'm looking for? Our coping mechanisms that we've used to escape the bullshit that has been. But once we start doing this healing work and taking that control and freeing ourselves of all that stuff, we lose people. Okay, we often, sometimes it might even be, I can't do this job anymore. I can't work in this environment, this situation. I can't be around Bob and Sue, or even a family member, right? So like, protect your energy. Yes, this is sad and hard, but it's also part of the process of taking your power back. It's part of the process of that deep healing. And as we ascend and grow, people are going to fall out of our boat. Okay, you can still unconditionally love them, but they don't have to be in your present as much as they have been. Okay, so you might find that there's a shift going on here, and it's important for you to continue your journey and do that work. And people want what you have, or they want to destroy what you have if they can't have it, if they can't figure it out. Okay, so that's going to be up to you to decide what's happening in your world and with who. Okay, guys, I wish you all the best and all the love. Have a great week.